I've driven my Tesla Model 3 for 10,000 miles. It has been 8 months since I've picked up my Tesla Model 3 long range with all the standard options. Autopilot, white exterior, black interior, standard aero wheels. I've driven it 10,000 miles, and considering the state of the world, this is impressive. Lots of scenic road trips and drives. I will find any excuse to drive this car. What's up everyone, my name's Dave, and welcome back to the channel. But if you're new here, we talk all things electric car, especially my Tesla Model 3, as well as my unique situation of living in an apartment without home charging, driving an electric car. If this content interests you, give this video a thumbs up, as it'll let YouTube know that you have an interest in what I have to say. And subscribe for more future content. Now let's get to the video. So I'm not gonna rave about the car, but yes, it is an amazing car and I really love it. But this video isn't just about how much I love the car. You know that from watching my other videos. But overall, the car feels very solid, a little sporty on the suspension side, so it's just a little rough on some bumps, but you know, it handles it well. It's not comforting all the time. But the brakes and the handling of the steering is amazing. You feel like you have so much control of the car, especially with, instant torque and regeneration of braking. I feel very much in control of the car, no matter the road conditions, no matter the speed and turns and maneuvers I am making. Autopilot is a game changer. Over those 10,000 miles, I've taken many, anything from 50 to 300 mile trips, so nothing extensively long, but it is a game changer. All I had was cruise control out of the car, and now I have one of the best adaptive cruise control lane keeping departure systems ever, and it takes away the stress and the fatigue of a long road trip. And I love the tech of the car. I love the information it displays for efficiency. I love the features, everything's controlled on the touchscreen, yes, but I don't miss buttons at all. Once you kind of set your settings, you forget it, and I'm never too worried about, changing the climate and all that stuff. And the voice control is also very helpful too for doing that. What about the fit and finish? I did a full paint check, panel gap, just for any major wows and stuff. I checked the inside of the car, made sure there's no damage on the interior, the dash, the seats, and all of that. Found no issues whatsoever. To be honest, I was way too excited at the time, and I definitely didn't do a thorough check, and thank God the car, high quality, but frankly, you only hear about the bad, and just from what I'm seeing on Tesla communities, people don't really complain much about their quality anymore. The only major fit and finish thing, which I didn't really notice for a while, the chrome trim by the windows is a little misaligned on each side. One side sticks out on the passenger side, one side sticks out on the driver's side more. So it's not as flush as it should be, but I barely notice it. People don't notice it until I point it out, and they're like, oh, okay, still looks good. And that's the thing, a lot of my friends and family are a big fan of how the car looks, and I know it can be divisive on the actual car market, how the styling looks, but most people I know have never been like, ooh, that's an ugly car. Now what about maintenance? Well, this is easy. 1 tire rotation. We're done. Seriously. And some windshield washer fluid. I have to get a new gallon. Ooh, tragic. Can't get it to go slot in. I've really had none. So I've only had to make 1 service appointment for the car, and it was because I kept getting this front passenger safety restraint issue. No matter what, if somebody was sitting in the passenger seat in the front or not, and it turns out when I called mobile service, it was just a faulty seatbelt sensor. So they came in, were very friendly. They followed, because it was during COVID, they followed COVID restrictions, replaced the seatbelt in an hour. No issues afterwards, within warranty, very easy, took 5 minutes of my day just to greet them and thank them and all that stuff. The other big issue is, if you're familiar with this channel or otherwise, I feel like I talk about this every video. The J1772 adapter to the Tesla port that came with the car, I had a lot of issues fitting it onto chargers that pretty much weren't charge point. One got stuck, I was able to get it off. The second melted. I got that replaced by Tesla. That one melted as well. Now I have the Electrum one from Amazon. Works great. Actually opens up a lot more of these non-ChargePoint J1772 stations. About gas savings. And now, before I start this, I'm not trying to justify the cost of the car like they do on Tesla's website, that you're saving on the car, the price of the car with gas. I don't think that you're comparing the wrong thing. If you're comparing a Tesla Model 3, a $40,000 plus car, to a Toyota Camry, Honda Civic, or whatever, in the $25,000 range, you're gonna be paying more for just insurance, registration. You will save on gas regardless, but total costs, it won't even out that much, especially in the short term. To get a similar performance to costs and convenience and features, that's when it matters, because in the end, the electric car is going to be cheaper to run, cheaper to maintain. I've driven for about 8 months, 10,000 miles. That's about 39 to 40 miles per day. So based on my commute that I was looking at before, it's about 15 miles round trip to the office. The gym and everything else is actually nearby there, so and as well as great. So I'm gonna say 25 miles daily in my Subaru. I would do $150 of gas a month in the Subaru, $1,800 a year, and then based on the charging numbers I've divided up, about 111 so far in the 8 months I've owned the Tesla. Divide that by 8 months and 14 days, that is about $13 a month. Let's multiply that by 2 to include more free charging just because my numbers are skewed in the beginning. Add on 10 for supercharging. Call that $36 a month times 12, $432 a year. Now that is 24% of what I spent with my Subaru. That is a big cost saving that just shows how cheap electricity is. I'm not trying to justify the price of the car. The Subaru versus the Tesla. Tesla beats in every way at that price point. Now if we take that $430 a month, let's call it $450 a year. $450 a year, and we'll times that by 10 years. $4,500 to fuel the car for 10 years. Do that, 1,800 times 10 year, 18,000. The point I'm trying to get across is electricity is cheap, gas is still expensive. So my final thoughts. I love the car, and barring any circumstances, I won't get rid of it, and I'm never going back to gas. My goal is to have this car for 200,000 miles and drive for as long as I need, and maybe there's a Model S in my future, or probably not, who knows. So again, if you like this video, please like it and show that the YouTube algorithm does not hate me and that you actually enjoy my content, and subscribe for more future stuff. I had something fun planned today, but the White Mountains Mount Washington's roads are closed until May. So look forward to that in the future, but I hope everyone enjoyed this video, kind of give a little perspective into my ownership of the car. Peace.